right, let's talk about something pretty much everyone has wondered about at some point. Can I get taller? You see it everywhere. Myths, promises, wild claims. But today, we're going to cut right through all that noise and get to the actual science behind our height.
So let's just ask the big question right out of the gate. Can you really grow taller? I mean, for real. You've probably seen the ads for special shoes, the weird stretching exercises, maybe even miracle pills. But what's the actual deal here? Can you influence your height, especially after you're done with your main growth spurt? It's time to separate the facts from the fiction.
Okay, so where do we even start? We have to begin with the single biggest piece of the entire puzzle. And, well, it's the one thing that's totally out of your hands, your genetics. You can think of it as the foundation, the fundamental plan upon which your entire body is built.
And yeah, this chart really puts it all into perspective. The scientific consensus is that a massive 80% of your potential height is already written in your genes. That is a huge number. You can't get around it. But what about that other 20%? See, that's where things get really interesting. That part is all about lifestyle, and that's the part we can actually do something about.
I absolutely love this analogy because it just makes so much sense. Your DNA is like an architect's blueprint for a house. If the plans say the house is going to have 2 floors, well, you can't just magically build a 3rd one. But what you can do is make sure that 2-story house is built perfectly with the best materials, as strong and as tall as those original plans allow.
So if your genetics are the blueprint, what are the building materials? This is where you come in. You're kind of like the general contractor for your own body. We're about to open up what I like to call your growth toolkit and see exactly how you can build yourself up to reach that maximum potential.
And that whole toolkit, it really just comes down to these 3 things, these 3 essential pillars. It's about the fuel you put into your body, the time you give it to recharge and repair itself, and the way you get up and activate it through movement. So let's break down each one.
First up is fuel. And look, this is totally non-negotiable, especially during your peak growing years. Think of your body as a massive construction site that needs a constant delivery of materials. We're talking about protein, from things like chicken, fish, beans, to build up all your tissues. And of course, calcium from dairy and leafy greens to create strong, dense bones. If you don't have these materials on site, the construction just stops.
Next, let's talk about recharge. Honestly, this might be the most underrated growth hack out there. It's not during the day, when you're awake, that the real growth happens. It's during that deep sleep when your body releases waves of human growth hormone, or HGH. This stuff is absolutely crucial for lengthening your bones. So skimping on those 8 to 10 hours of sleep, it's basically like telling the night shift construction crew to just pack up and go home early.
And finally, activate. You gotta move. Regular exercise strengthens the muscles and bones that make up your body's entire framework. Think about activities that involve a lot of stretching and movement, like swimming or yoga. They can help decompress your spine and improve your posture. At the same time, weight-bearing activities help build up bone density, making sure that whole framework is as strong and sturdy as it can possibly be.
Okay, so we've covered all the long-term stuff for growth. But what if I told you there's something you could do right now, in this very second, to appear taller? Yep, this is the quick win, the instant lift for your height.
And this just shows the difference so perfectly. I mean, look at that. Slouching over your desk all day, hunching over your phone, you're literally compressing your spine. By doing that, you could be hiding 1, maybe even 2 inches of your actual height. Isn't that wild? Just by standing tall, pulling your shoulders back, and engaging your core, you instantly claim all of that hidden height. It's not magic. You're just showing off the full height you already have.
So let's bring it all home and put these puzzle pieces together. The big takeaway here isn't about finding some magic trick to outgrow your genes. That's not how it works. The real goal is to work with your genetic blueprint to make sure you reach 100% of the height your body was designed to be.
So, if you're going to remember anything from all this, let it be these points. First, your height is about 80% locked in by your genetic blueprint. Got it? But, and this is a big but, you control the building materials. That's your nutrition, your sleep, and your exercise. And on top of all that, good posture is your secret weapon to claim every last inch. It's all about one thing, reaching your maximum potential height.
And I want to leave you with this final thought. It's so easy for us to get obsessed with a number on a measuring tape. But true stature, that's about so much more than that, isn't it? It's about confidence, it's about how you carry yourself, it's about your presence in a room. So the real question is, beyond all the inches, how do you measure your stature? Thanks for tuning in.